You are listening to a podcast of the Geek I Media Network. For all of our shows and more, visit geek-io.net. And to help support the network, head over to patreon.com/geekio.
Calling all geeks. Calling all geeks.
Geeking out across the globe. Hold on to your butts. It's the Geek I.O. Show.
The Geek I.O. Show. Hooray,
Ladies and gentlemen, hello. The Geek I.O. Show, episode number 280. Holy crap, you guys. We're almost at 300. This is, of course, your podcast playground, and it is the 31st of November.
Where are you, CJ? When are you?
When are you, sir?
In a month where he's allowed to drink.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
31st of January 2018, because it's in the notes, and this is my Ron Burgundy skit. Hi.
wait, what? I thought I changed that.
It is definitely 2018 there.
Oh,
So not only does January 2019 and January 2018 doesn't want to fucking end either. It is
Well,
approximately the 7,000th day of January, and we're
Wait.
finally done with this.
I thought I heard you said October. Or no,
I said November first.
November.
God, I need a drink so bad. Tomorrow I may get smashed, meaning I might actually have a full cider in one sitting.
So are we saying that there's a surprise liquid handicap stream coming on here? Smashed while smashing?
Ooh,
go back
the
to-
piranha plant came out.
Yeah, I saw that. I haven't got to play around with it yet because we'll get to talking about that in a moment. But yeah, I mean, that's what Liquid Handicap was originally, was me and Rachel, before obviously pregnancy, on the couch, loser drank or winner drank, because that was your handicap. So yeah, let's do that. Yeah, hi, I'm CJ.
I'm Raul, who is paying attention to all this.
Clearly.
I'm Carrie. I remembered the order.
I'm Josh. I no longer have bronchitis.
Yay!
Yay!
So the meeting was hilarious. Listening to Josh. Hi, I like this thing. So it was either Josh having bronchitis for realsies, or he was just trying out his character for EXD this weekend. Not sure which.
I wouldn't do that to myself.
Oh, you mean like Dale? Freaking masochistic Dale.
Cinder
And-
stare.
Of course, once again, we have rejoining us, lovely member of the crew here, Death by Guest, Jacky Leung.
hi everybody,
Yay.
I'm back.
He's back. For whatever reason, he keeps subjecting himself to this bullshit.
I don't know.
Dude, I
I
don't
think
know what's wrong with you, and I love you for it.
I think he just uses it as background noise as he's working.
Yeah, I'm still working on layouting while we're doing this.
You're not the only one. I'm sitting here working on EXD stuff, so, and also real world job when I get pinged.
Well, that's true. That's fair.
You chose us over Babylon 5. That's quite the high compliment. According to chat.
Yeah, that's true. It's really true. Yeah, because Varnish Truth and I and one of our other friends, Fairy Renee, we do every Thursday night. We watch Babylon 5.
Ah, that is quite high praise. That both of you are here. So thank you for that. Thank you, both of you.
I could watch Babylon 5 all day. Actually, funny enough, I actually just watched the premiere episode of season 2 of Discovery, Star Trek Discovery today. That was a long premiere.
I did not. But then again, I'm not a Star Trek person. I did not particularly enjoy Discovery season 1. Like, at all.
Well, Discovery season 1 is kind of the series that I was like, well, I feel more disappointed that this is called Star Trek.
Yeah,
Oh.
when the
I
order-
felt that just seeing it, like seeing the
Yeah.
trailer.
Well, the season 2 trailer actually looked promising when they first premiered it. So I was like, okay, season 2 looks fun. Like they brought back the fun element of things, and I was like, okay, if they can stop being this doom and gloom series and be, what Star Trek can sometimes be, which is fun, I wouldn't be happier.
Star Trek is a thing of hope, and like they lost that in Discovery.
So
yeah,
I've
they've
been wanting to try and get into Star Trek, but it's like I know where all the stories are going because I've seen people or I've seen other shows that take one episode of Star Trek and they base their whole season on it.
right.
Right.
The Orville is the
The best analog.
is the best Star Trek that we got, and it wasn't even Star Trek, and that was a weird thing. Like I'm like Seth MacFarlane freaking doing Star Wars or Star Trek, whatever. I'll give it a try. And then like it's only like it's never like Family Guy levels of crude humor, and like most of the time it's just actually witty, enjoyable things, and
So-
also it gives that feeling of hope that Star Trek is supposed to get.
So Spaceballs?
No, Spaceballs was pure comedy.
Yeah, no, Orville is actually legit. Like, there's a lot of good
Yeah.
acting,
So-
there's a good feeling and
They
emotion.
actually character arcs, which was shocking.
Oh wow. So it's like if Spaceballs took itself serious.
Yes,
Yes.
It's Seth MacFarlane in his love of Star Trek growing up. So he wanted to write Star Trek, but couldn't get the rights to write Star Trek.
Yeah,
Right.
Star Trek is basically it's hard sci-fi. It's not because Star Wars is sci-fi fantasy.
Yes,
Mhm.
Star Trek is sci-fi. Period. Full
Like
stop.
the science is like legit. They're like
Yeah.
they shove that into your face.
It is deeply philosophical, and it is optimistic.
yes.
If you do
Because-
not have all three of those things, you do not have Star Trek.
Right, which is part of the reason why a lot of people did not enjoy like the new timeline Star Trek movies either, because it didn't really fit well with like the
Yeah.
Roddenberry vision of Star Trek.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because James Cameron went on camera as saying, "Yeah, Star Trek is too philosophical. I'm going to change this." But that's the point of Star
It's
Trek.
supposed to be like from what I've seen of like Picard's like monologues, his speeches, they're like inspirational. They're like
Yeah, that's the entire point. Is humanity has gotten to a point beyond late stage capitalism and constant wars. That's the reason why like good series like Next Generation don't focus entire series on the wars. You get maybe a half a season, maybe an entire season in the case of the Borgs, but there was a longer reaching reason for that. Speaking of which, we're getting the Picard series next this year, and I'm actually excited about that because Picard's my captain. Don't at me.
Picard is great. Also
Um,
because Patrick Stewart.
yeah, and whew. So what was it?
If anything, Raul, like you could definitely just start with Next Gen. You don't need it's a good series that doesn't need a whole lot of background. And when you want, and I will say, for the precursor to modern television in terms of building character arcs, overarching seasons and stories, because Deep Space Nine had the same runtime as Babylon 5, they are both what I always consider as the early television series that started off this whole mindset of building overarching narratives and storytelling through multiple seasons, and then having self-contained story arcs inside of a season.
I did well
Because-
starting with Voyager too.
Yeah, Voyager did that, but the problem with Voyager was they
7 of 9.
well, there was a pandering to fan service that they had to cave to, because by the time the third season rolled around, they were like, okay, our numbers are still not doing great, and we need some instantaneous like fan service.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Oh, so you mean we need character development?
with the tightest outfit humanly possible.
right?
What was that about
So
Star
they
Trek?
did
that was-
end up, even with her, they ended up fleshing out her character a bit too. Like she.
Oh no, they did a good job of that. They still managed to work with something. It wasn't like she was like a sack of meat. Thankfully.
She has a good character arc. My issue is that is all the series is about.
Yeah, yeah. They did decide to take it a lot more away from the
Everyone else.
focus and decided, hey, everybody likes this character, and that. But then again, that was also in a time where focus groups and that kind of thing were a major thing. So 7 of 9 sold merchandise. So we're going to focus all on her.
Yeah.
Yep.
There was a video I saw.
What about boobs are fine?
Okay, yeah. Josh coming in. Of Data and Worf correcting behavior, where he tells them how a second in command should act.
Yeah, that was a great scene. I remember that.
Yeah,
That was like
where
a
it's
great
like,
moment between them.
you do challenge me, but don't directly contradict me in front of everyone.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's just like breaking it all down, and it's just like he's not yelling at him. He's just saying, he's acting captain. Data is, and like once
This
I
is
make
how this works.
yes, and if you can't do it, I will relieve you of your position. I'll assign someone else. Because as soon as I make the decision, that's it. You have to follow it.
Right.
But yeah, just that one scene, and there's scenes like that all over it.
And Deep Space Nine has some of the best character development for Worf. Like Worf had so much great character development in Deep Space Nine. A lot of the characters in Deep Space Nine, actually, the only one who actually didn't get any that I didn't enjoy at all was Jadzia, and that was like the only one because they really played that character way too much like a Mary Sue, just a little bit.
Also, in general.
So they, Deep Space Nine and Next Gen, they kind of take place at the same time, or
Yes and no. So Next Gen takes place, has its own timeline, and then Deep Space Nine starts after about a short gap after the Battle of Warp 359, which is when the Federation faced the Borg for the very first time and get nearly completely wiped out. And because Sisko, the main captain, who's the lead for Deep Space Nine's Commander Sisko, he actually fought in the Battle of Warp 359, and then the story starts with him taking command of the station Deep Space Nine. About a year or two after the events of the battle with the Borg. And actually also precursors before Voyager. So in the timeline for Deep Space Nine, right before the Dominion War kicks off, Voyager flies off for their mission to look for the Maquis in the Badlands, and then triggers the events for Voyager.
Ah, okay.
So there's always a little interplay and interlap. So basically, for Voyager, at the end of Voyager, it was very shortly after the ending of the Dominion War, because I still have all the novels for the series. So it's and because the last book for Voyager with their Endgame storyline, they talk about like what happened after they got back home, and it actually dealt with and it portrayed a really nice phenomenon of this is why time traveling sucks.
So, gadget games and gizmos.
Gadgets, games, and gizmos.
That was a hell of an opening we had, wasn't it?
Jackie, why don't you go first? What you been doing?
Oh, what have I been doing? I actually was replaying a little bit of DSX Mankind Divided the other day because I realized I hadn't actually played a new game plus going a different direction. So I was like, all right, I played that super stealthy game from the first time, but I didn't get to play I'm going to be reckless and completely just do awesome, like augmented stuff. So I was like, let's do it this time around. And so I've been having way too much fun blasting everybody with sound cannons or air cannons. I'm sorry.
So a game like that where it's like, is it like designed to be more stealthy? I know you have the option to go stealth or guns blazing. Is
right.
it more difficult to do guns blazing? Like, do they make it?
It can in the beginning game, like if you were playing for the first playthrough, it actually is a lot harder. But when you're playing a new game plus where everything's unlocked, no, it's really not. You're pretty much a walking juggernaut, and you have a really hard time getting killed.
Yeah, because it's like I've played some games where it's like, oh, you have the choice to do both,
Yeah.
but we really recommend you to go the stealth route. What's that?
Yeah.
Free show.
Oh. There.
Yeah, no, it can you can still get away with mostly guns blazing, because even on the end of the game, you have a choice between you could easily just dodge and weave through the final boss to defeat them. You have also a passive route where there is an option where you don't actually have to ever fire a weapon at all, and then there's the one where you actually have to go through a giant firefight, and both are rewarding in their own way.
It's yeah, I when I played that I went because I like stealth games. I just played stealth like you do.
Yeah.
The one game that I enjoyed playing alternatively was Watch Dogs. I
Mhm.
played Watch Dogs without firing a single shot because if I'm playing this game with magical hacking, I'm gonna be a magical hacker.
Oh,
So-
the first Watch Dogs?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
never fired the only time I fired a shot in that game is when they forced me to do it because of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard the first one not the greatest. The second one's actually really good.
I haven't played the second one. I thoroughly enjoyed my time in Watch Dogs 1.
Yeah, like I enjoyed the time. I think I just wish they were for Ubisoft. I wish they had given the level of treatment that they gave with Assassin's Creed a little bit.
Oh,
That was my only takeaway
I wish
from that.
that they didn't lie to us on Watch Dogs.
What, a gaming company lying to us?
Yes, because
Ubisoft lying to us.
yes, because they showed us gameplay of
Yeah,
it,
I know.
and it was like, oh my god, this is amazing, and then just like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, the main thing that bothered me with Watch Dogs is it was a little too much Grand Theft Auto, like, and that did irritate me a lot. From what I understand, they did remove a bunch of that from Watch Dogs 2, but like I said, I haven't played that one yet. I only played the time-released demo, which by the way, I love time-released demos. Do more of those.
Yeah, those are great. Yeah, and then I started my first gameplay of Mirror's Edge Catalyst. That was awesome.
Nice.
Which one's Catalyst?
The second one, because there's Mirror's Edge, and then there's the sequel, which is Catalyst.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that one is kind of tough for a couple people because of the first-person parkour.
Yep.
Yeah. I will say though, this game feels, but I will say though, Catalyst feels like it's a lot more combat heavy than it used to be.
I'm okay with that personally. Yeah, I couldn't play the first one. It was too, and Rachel flat out couldn't.
Oh, I had motion sickness the first time I played the very first game. I had, it took me a while to get adjusted. I would play like 20 minutes before I'm like, all right, gotta put it down. My motion sickness is kicking in.
Yeah, Rachel's one of those people. Like I have to be very careful, and like anything that has any kind of movement blur, or for whatever reason people have bouncing steps in games still to this day, which I don't understand. Those she loses her cookies. Watch any of those.
Yeah. I had to lock Overwatch at 30 frames per second because running it at 60 made me want to hurl.
Yeah.
Yeah, very true. I'm very grateful sometimes I can handle it, but I remember there's a few times, like especially Mirror's Edge, where I'm just like, there's too much. I need to slow this game down.
Yeah, I have an issue where there's a lot of movement on the screen and a lot of text. This is the reason why I prefer to watch, as we were discussing in Slack, dubbed anime, because if there's so much going on and I have to read, my disability just starts freaking out. My mind just starts to. Sadly, I don't get nauseous. I kind of wish I had motion sickness or something like that. Like, it throws me into, like, that's mostly my triggers for my seizures. Like when I have to try and focus on a lot of speed, movement, and also text. A lot of times, if I'm watching a very fast anime, I will either have to break it up or watch it through once and pretend I know what I'm talking about because I'm a professional, and then watch it again when it gets dubbed.
Love is War is pretty fast, so yeah.
I have other reasons for not liking Love is War, but that's beside the point. Well, not really not liking. That's such a hard word for it.
Yeah, like I want to see what this next episode's gonna be.
But yeah, we'll talk about that on Monday.
Yeah, Monday. That's Monday.
This isn't even the right show to interrupt with our anime talk. That's Gamer Geeks.
Yeah.
Quit getting my Gamer Geeks /anime show on my TKO show, Raul.
I can really fuck things up by starting to talk about manga.
Yeah. I just started catching up to Food Wars Shokugeki no Soma. the other day.
Oh, Jacky, I'm so sorry.
I regret it. I regret it so much. I was so disappointed on many levels.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you just Porky picked the shit out of that. I appreciate that.
Did it leave a bad taste in your mouth?
Show. Food Wars.
CJ, you should be happy because the manga that I started reading is Seven Deadly Sins.
Yeah.
So CJ,
And hey,
Oh.
I was gonna say, one panel of the manga solved one of my main issues with that show. So yay, I can talk about that on Monday too.
I told you it would, and I hopefully they will get to that point in the anime too. Like I said,
Well, I'm starting at the beginning, so this is like very like early chapter stuff.
no, well, I haven't read those in years. Jeez.
Do we get more of Eskimore?
Oh, at least the seventh sin, dude. He is quite literally a starring role. Get it? Because his power is the sun. You do get Eskimore. Don't worry.
Okay.
And more of Escaless.
That's true.
Fairy
Let's
Tale
see.
100-Year War Quest is real good too right now, by the way.
Ooh.
Except if you don't like fan service things, because they amp up the fan service.
Because Hiro Mashima's a fucking perv.
Yeah,
I mean, fan service.
there's a reason why it sells so much.
I know.
Thankfully, Fairy Tale tells a very good, quite a good story
You almost didn't get that one out, CJ.
behind the fan service. It's a story that I enjoyed the beginning to end. So
Yeah, if you removed all the fan service, you're like, oh, this is actually a palpably decent story. And then when you add back the fan service, you're just kind of going, I don't know about this anymore.
Yeah.
the issue that I have is when they do it with Urza. Like, she is such a strong character. She doesn't need to be-
Right. Like
Yeah.
between Urza and Lucy, it's just like, okay, we get it. Calm down.
I'm slightly more okay with it for Urza, and the reason is the context. In Urza, it feels more like she's showing things and being sexy on her own terms because she just doesn't give a fuck. I'm powerful and sexy, whatever. For Lucy, it's very much more of the damsel, oh, look, my shirt ripped here and here and here.
The major issue that I have with what they're doing right now is they're doing it a lot more with Wendy, who is still under.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
fuck that, no.
Thankfully, it's annoying where she keeps getting her clothes blown off. Thankfully, it's nowhere near as egregious as Lucy. Most of the time, it's, oh no, my shirt got blown off, and immediately somebody's head's in front of her.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not staring at her, because unlike Lucy and Urza, where people stare at them and gawk, no, like, it's always more the protective family thing around them. Unlike when Lucy's shirt gets blown off and she barely has her fingers in front of her nipples. I'm getting Josh, CJ. No. What?
Coop.
What do you want, Coop?
What you want, Coop?
Oh, my
He's
name.
like a bouncing puppy. Bark, 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 bark. Use your words.
Use words. We have a keyboard for a reason.
Puns. Oh. Same people. What?
Oh, jeez.
Yell at us, dude. Need context. But yeah, it's still, I mean, admittedly, we're only like less than a dozen issues into the 100 year quest. So it's really good and fleshes out more than just the big five.
So this is the last arc, right?
No, it takes place after the last arc. Fairy Tale itself is done. It has a very cohesive beginning, middle, and end. This is Fairy Tale 1.5. Basically.
Which is
until we get Fairy Tales 2.
So this is Fairy Tale 1.5 remix final countdown.
Chain with memories.
Oh. It hurts me, but I know how much it hurts CJ.
Almost threw my goddamn controller. Fucking screen.
Final chapter prologue.
Someone explain this to me. Because I haven't played the game yet. I've
Okay.
only seen snippets of it with Dia on the couch.
So, all right. So you start playing, you load in Kingdom Hearts 3. Yes, it's here. It's finally here. 2 minutes in, Kingdom Hearts 2.9. You son of a bitch!
Yeah, you finished the
Does it actually
first
do
world.
that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
finished the first world, and you get Kingdom Hearts 2.9, and
Yeah,
then a little bit later you get the title card.
Yeah, you get the tutorial level, and then you flashes Kingdom Hearts 2.9, which finishes the story from Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, Kingdom Hearts 3D, and finishes that story off because now they can actually say Hercules' name, which for what couldn't in Dream Drop Distance. I'm still not entirely sure on that one. And then you beat that, and then you get into Kingdom Hearts 3.
Ugh.
Yeah, so it's like the last world that they could have fit into.
Reddit.com/r/they knew.
And then you actually get to start Kingdom Hearts 3.
Kingdom Hearts 2.9, you're still in the Kingdom Hearts 2 stuff. Everything is the same as Kingdom Hearts 2. They don't introduce any of the functionality of Kingdom Hearts 3 until about halfway through that level.
Oh, that's right. Oh.
Yeah, you are halfway through before you get any of the cool Kingdom Hearts 3 things. Like, you are stuck in Kingdom Hearts 2 limbo until halfway through that level, and then you finally get the cool stuff for Kingdom Hearts 3.
You finally get the attraction attacks, the cool team attacks, and all that.
Yeah. Oh god, I think I would have just thrown my controller at something by that point.
Rachel's on the phone with her mom, and that flash, I screamed, "You gotta be fucking kidding me!" Rachel's mom's like, "Do I want to know?" She goes, "He's playing a game, and it's very funny right now."
Yes,
Yeah.
because they could have just given us 2.9 as the demo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, they incorporate it into the game itself.
Fuck you, game. Fuck you. Game has time for this.
So that was probably maybe an hour of gameplay?
Yeah, it's not a small level either.
Again, it should have been a demo.
It could have been either free DLC or even paid DLC, or like like a paid demo. Like, hey, buy this preview for Kingdom Hearts 3 for $2.
2. It's
That would have
Sony. It's at least
printed
5.
There. What was that, Carrie?
I said that would have printed money.
Exactly. You could have made so much more money off of that. It's kind of like the reason why you did.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got to remember the name of it. Kingdom Hearts 0.8 After Dream, I think is Aqua Story. I forget the fucking crazy ass name for it.
0.5, isn't it?
No, it's not.
No, it was like 0.8, something like that. Yeah, because I remember that too, and I went, "What are you doing?"
I'm seeing 2.8 final chapter prologue. Do not snap. Damn it, Windows. Not what I wanted to do.
That's not
I'm seeing 2.8 final chapter prologue and 0.2 Birth by Sleep.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
Why is
Birth by
0.2?
Sleep,
because Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts.
Okay, so at the very end, are you going to add all these numbers up and it's going to come up to like the life equation?
Which is gonna be great because you have to divide all of them by 2. 358 over 2.
Oh man, it's just oh god. I kind of gave up on the numbering system. I'm just going, no, we're done. I can't.
So I'm hoping at the end that they explain the numbering system. That's all.
No,
I
they
care.
won't. No.
Oh, you were serious.
We're talking about Sony here.
You didn't even get that with like even the most complex ones, like the 358 over 2.
Well, no, they tried, and then they couldn't give an answer.
They tried to give an answer.
Yeah, they emphasis on try, and then the developers went, we probably shouldn't tell you because we feel like this would spoil everything. We're like, no, please tell us because we're so confused.
Sorry, Jackie. So By the way, I'm not on the notes right now, so I can't tell if there's anything else in there. I'm on my work.
Other than just the fact that I've been working on D&D projects, I've been doing layouting for a D&D module this whole 2 weeks. That was the last thing.
Yeah.
All right, and that's it. I'm done.
Who's next, Jackie?
I see. I'm looking at the show notes. So, Carrie, talk to me about some dice.
I have a reason not to be on the show notes, by the way. Thank you very much.
So I actually have had some self-control because I got home and what was sitting on my desk but this.
Yay!
A
Which one did you
package. So this is not the Uber release. This was my RWBY set that I ordered when RWBY dropped.
Oh.
So the next batch will be coming soon, and then my Infinity Gauntlet will be complete. So I got Kraken sticker, I got shiny gold sticker, and then Run D&D and this sticker that I've been wanting for fucking months.
Oh yeah, that's a great sticker. I got that with all of my Kraken dice.
They haven't been giving them out for because
Oh really?
I've been shopping at Kraken Dice since Dragon Con.
Which sticker?
Oh.
Geek Life, and this is the first time I've gotten one of those.
Oh, okay. Because I bought it 3 different times, and they all came all the time. So I was like, okay.
That's now my DM screen / laptop.
Did I not? Oh my god, that scared me. My big honkin' boy fell out of the dice bag. And so I was like, did they forget to give it to me? Because I looked at my order. I know that it cost the correct amount for the 13-piece set. But this is my black. Come on, focus. This is my black.
You got
magic
the red
boot.
one. Yeah, I love that one.
I got Emerald when it dropped, and Topaz in the mystery sets. So yeah, that's my shiny. Look at that! Look at the light hit that.
Yeah, it's really nice. They make some really quality dice. I do admire them. I've done some of their stuff. I bought a couple of their stuff before. It's been great.
Yeah, I love their original sets are slightly bigger than most polyhedral dice sets. And even with my tiny ass girl hands, the bigger dice are much more satisfying to handle. So I'm really liking that, and I'm a very active member of their fan group on Facebook, and so it's cool getting to actually interact with the owner of the company. That's really neat.
So, are these dice the ones that are out of stock, like the RWBY and all those? Are they just out of stock forever now?
Some things are out of print, but the Black Magics are coming back.
Yeah, they
it's
go
just
through limited runs on a lot of them.
Well, basically what happened was they started their company and they ordered a certain amount of stock for their original dice lines, because when you run a business and you're making product, there's math involved in how much product can we afford to stock right now based on what amount of business we're doing. So they placed those orders. And then, now keep in mind that resin dice take months. These orders take months to fulfill at the factory and then come back to their warehouse. During that span of a few months, their popularity fucking exploded. So now there is exponentially more demand for their product than there is product, simply because their company growth has far outpaced their ability to keep product in stock. So that is being addressed. All of the out of stock, like the Emerald, the Starlit Swim, the Enlightenment, all of that is coming back. We just have to wait for it to be made, because as of right now, there are hundreds, there'd be an order of 500 sets of dice that comes in, and there are literally thousands of people queuing up to buy those dice.
Mm-hmm.
But Kraken, being the awesome people they are like, cool, we're going to order more shit. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I remember their marketing, the way they started in the very beginning. They really just picked up from the fact that they promoted their dice really just from social media, mostly on Twitter at first. Because I remember when they exploded on Twitter and then on Instagram, and I just went, oh, good merciful God. Because I was there for a lot of their early pick up your wave 1 or 2 dice sets because they're gonna go, and it's like, you know, you're hitting that refresh button because they tell you, oh, there's only 500 we can sell, and it's like you're just hoping to be one of those lucky 500.
Yeah. There were not. I think that this was one of 500.
Yeah.
That
I am glad though that in my mystery one, I did get one of the 3 major ones that I wanted though. So.
Oh, that's really nice.
I got the blue ones, which was the major one that I wanted. I wanted the blue, purple, and red, and everybody else wanted the purple and red too. So I got the emerald coming to me at least.
Hey, but that's Geek IO colors, so you know what?
That's the point.
Oh yeah, so that's good stuff. I got those, and also my Josh is the best Josh because I was an hour late getting out of work today, and I came home and he has shepherd's pie, garlic bread, and chocolate cake in front of me now.
Yay!
It's a thing I do.
Finlay's?
O'Keefe's actually. So I get Finley's a lot. Their Guinness shepherd's pie, and it is damn good. The way they frosting bag pipe the potatoes on top of it, and then they scorch them a little bit.
Nice.
I have a very big line of things that I'm willing to take my lactose medicine for. That is one of them.
Is there a what's the word? I just blanked out. Is there a side effect to taking it?
No, it just costs money, and
Oh.
I have better things to spend my money on, like dice and video games.
And you also have to don't you have to take it and then wait?
No, the instant ones are usually just that. Instant.
Okay.
They only last
Is-
for a amount of time.
Basically, what most of them are actually freeze-dried enzymes for digesting the lactic products.
That-
Yeah.
It basically forces the body to artificially create the lactose tolerance thing that adults are not supposed to have. So I'm normal. You guys are freaks, by the way, just so you know that. So just so we're clear here.
I mean, my stomach is infinite.
Delicious dairy.
Dude, I love being on the show talking about Kraken Dice, and Raul and CJ both pick up their phone and there's Kraken Dice stickers on them.
DM screen/laptop, by the way.
Or you could
All of the Kraken Dice stickers.
Or you could be like my roommates who's like, "Are you eating cereal?" Yes. My roommate's eating cereal with milk, and I'm like, "Aren't you lactose?" Yes, but I love milk and cereal. And then we finally started buying
Or
the
Felix and the fucking avocados.
Oh my god.
and then we finally started buying the non-lactate, the non.
Yeah, the lactate milk is fine. Like, it tastes like regular ass milk.
Yeah, that's the thing. I tried almond milk, and that was fine. It's just a different taste, and it felt very watery.
Right,
But
but see,
then-
I can't cook with almond milk. Like when I went to make fettuccine alfredo, I can't do it, and now I can do it with the lactate milk, and that's fine.
So a lot of the issue that we were having was not only with my lactose intolerance, but also we were having Delbert around a lot who is vegan. So it was just easier for us to, and also lactate's really fucking expensive. Like, it's cheaper and more on sale more often to get any of the almond milk, any of the soy milks, any of the nut milks, and not have to worry about any of that stuff. But yeah, since he's stopped coming around as much, we've been picking up lactate more and more because, yeah, like you said, we can cook with that. Like, I don't have to do weird things where I have to take into consideration this and add coconut cream and things like that. And yeah.
Try making fettuccine alfredo with coconut milk. It doesn't turn out well.
Well, you have, okay, so it's, yes, and it's a fat content thing. So whenever you want to cook with any of the nut milks, the alt milks, you have to add something with a lot of fat into it. And if you want to stay strictly vegan, the easiest way to get that is coconut cream. Because coconut cream has a metric shit ton of fat in it. It is one of the fattiest milks around. So, but it's also not a lot of it in a canister and also very expensive. So that way you mix it with the alternate milks. It doesn't really have a very strong coconut flavor to it. So if you don't want your fettuccine alfredo tasting like a pina colada, you can have that.
'Cause I like drinking pina coladas.
So do I, my friends.
You okay, Jackie?
Yes, I'm just trying not to start singing.
Coladas.
Yeah, Raul's playing the bard.
And getting caught in the rain.
The rain.
Do. If you're not into yoga, if you have half a brain, do.
All right, Carrie, what else have you been doing?
Life things.
Yay, life things.
Yay.
Life things. Succeeding at adulting for kind of somehow, sometimes. I'm still in the whole like getting used to this whole stupid grown-up schedule thing where I don't get 3 days off.
Man, the only time I get 3 days off in a row, well, I work for a school, so yeah, I'm kind of used to it. So
Yeah. The only time I get 3 days off in the row is all the time, says Raul.
well, no, it's like we'll have Friday off, or we'll have a Monday off, or hey, look, it's spring break. Don't come in for the whole week.
Shit, right now, I barely get fucking. I'm working right now at my real world job, so there's that. I barely get weekends and evenings off. Yay, small shop IT shops.
Yay, salary.
Yay.
Yay, salary.
That's why I like doing whatchamacallit, hourly.
Yeah.
Because once I hit my 40, I'm done.
Yeah, if you move up in the IT world, you almost immediately get out of that because you are there at the 2 o'clock. My server blew up call.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, that's not always the case. I hit my 40 today and had to stay where I was, but it was actually. Sorry, go ahead.
Thankfully, this job is it because I'm working late tonight. I'll probably be leaving early tomorrow, and nobody will care. Like there are gives and this place is really good on the give and take.
Yeah.
They basically allowed me to work from home yesterday, and I worked maybe 3 hours because I had doctor's appointments throughout the day. So I can give a couple hours at night.
Basically, find a good company.
Yeah.
Exactly it.
Yeah, don't be like me and have a nice phone call to let you know. Oh, those 12 hours worth of shifts that you were supposed to do earlier this week. Yeah, cancel those. I was like, great.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Like an unstable schedule, especially at one that they can cancel shifts and stuff like that on, that just raises my anxiety through the roof. Like I can't.
Oh, it's very frustrating. It's one of the reasons why I can't stream on a regular basis, and it drives me nuts.
Yeah. I did that for a few years, and I'm just like, nope, I cannot do this. I cannot deal with this day you're working from 8 to 3, the next day you're working from 11 to 7 a.m. and like no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did that back in college, and it's just like, no.
That was my Dairy Queen job, and there were times when the franchise owner, the schedule was supposed to go out Sunday night every night. There were times at 9 p.m. on Sunday, it wasn't out, and I didn't know when or if I was working the next day.
Yeah. Our weeks end on like a Sunday, so like there was one time where, since only the GM could actually do the scheduling, and so none of the other managers were allowed to do the scheduling, so like, you know, she was sick for like for the middle of the week, so she couldn't do it, and so we had to wait until literally the Saturday to see our schedule once, and I was just like, this cannot happen.
Wait, what? General manager, the only one?
Yeah, it's a corporate directive. Don't ask me why.
That's weird.
Like,
at Glasses R Us, that was like, you get promoted to AGM, that is the first thing you learn how to do. First of all, and second of all, our district manager forced all schedules to be made a month in advance, so employees can actually have lives.
It's a week-to-week. It's on a week-to-week basis because corporate cuts happen on a week-to-week basis.
Yeah,
because
no.
That I was just like, this baffles me.
Yeah, no, glasses are us. Unless something major happened that mandated a shift in payroll hours, you have your budgets for the year in your store for the entire fucking year.
Well, see, this is the
And that
problem.
includes payroll hours.
Right. So they have the budget for the whole month. They have the budget for the whole month. And the problem is they have to break it down and try to schedule it for the hours, for the times on a week-to-week basis. But the problem is, though, it also matters for how the sales volume is going for the store, because that affects the budget. And I'm like, that's not how things should ever be done. Who does this? Who makes these fiscal decisions? This is a terrible way to run a business. Who does this?
Every fast food restaurant.
Oh, sadly, this is not a fast food restaurant. This is actually supposed to be a well-respected home goods cooking store. And considering it's been ranked very well and spoken of very highly on a lot of different financial news networks in the last 6 months.
All right. Carrie, anything else?
That is it. Josh.
Hi.
Hi.
I remember to unmute myself before talking. This is important.
Yes.
Yes.
As people who were here last week may realize, I was not here last week. I was fighting bronchitis. It was not fun.
Usually is not. No.
No.
I am mostly okay now. Still not 100%, but I can actually talk today, which is important.
Yay.
Yay.
Did it give you some much needed rest?
No, because I still had to work.
Oh.
Oh.
I got all of one day off.
What? Damn.
Ouch.
Yeah, well, we're still super freaking shorthanded at work and all other kinds of crazy stuff, so I had to put on my big boy scrubs and suck it up and neglect myself for the good of the company, because I like being employed. But, yeah, outside of that, finished up the first of the 3 DLC packs for Spider-Man.
Hey.
Ooh, nice.
So, I was heisting the cat.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one.
I adore how they did freaking Black Cat in this game.
I love Black Cat. Oh, it was great.
They could have wrong with her, and they did not.
They could have, but she made sense as a character. Her design was sensible.
Mm-hmm.
And not, a ridiculously V-necked black leotard with fur trim.
Yeah, it's almost like they realized that you can make attractive people, because I don't want to just say women, because dear God, Spider-Man's hot, and not need to have them fully disgustingly fan service the entire time.
Right?
Yeah, that's very true. And I actually love the story arc for that DLC. It was actually really nice.
It was a really good story arc. However, I will say, fuck that bitch. No spoilers, but fuck that bitch. That was bad, and she should feel bad.
I love the bits with Mary Jane in that DLC. A lot of that dialogue, I just went like, yeah, I think we could almost relate to you, Mary Jane.
Right?
Oh man, that. So what's the next? What's the next DLC you're gonna end up playing?
Probably
Out
Turf
of the 3.
War. Just play them in order.
Oh, that's fair. I really did enjoy the new Spider-Man game.
It's so good.
Yeah, it is definitely the best game that I played last year.
It's so good. Aside from that, I've seen tiny little bits of Kingdom Hearts 3 because Dia's been playing it. And it's a Kingdom Hearts game.
Yeah.
For better or for worse, it's a Kingdom Hearts game.
I watched the entire gameplay on YouTube because somebody loaded theirs up, so I just watched it instead of playing because I was like, I don't have time to commit 2 weeks of my life to play this game.
Yeah, I am running an issue where I want to explore, but I also want to blast through here so I can give it a proper review, but so I'm toured in those two worlds. Also, I haven't had a lot of time to play it at all. So like I have finished Kingdom Hearts 2.9 and one world of Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm really on this, if you can't tell.
The show notes clearly told us that too.
Right?
This game.
So I they say it's going to be at least 50, 60 hours just for the story. But then like another like 50 hours for the, not 50 hours, maybe another 40 for like all the extra shit.
Buddy of mine beat it in 38 and a half.
How long?
Yeah, the game touts itself as having 80 plus hours of content. I mean,
Yeah, but buddy of mine just like bolted through, made it in about 40 hours.
Okay, yeah. I could see if you just do
No
straight
exploring,
story.
no grinding, just because he found out about halfway through that there's no like Sephiroth fight and just bolted through it. Like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Getting the story.
Okay.
So he dropped it down to easy mode, just bolted through. It's like
He's like, I have no reason to invest in hard difficulty.
exactly fuck proud mode, fuck normal mode. Just nope. And I like God of War's way of creating labeling difficulties. Give me a story.
give me God of War.
That will wreck your shit, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't doubt it.
And I'm a Dark Souls player. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, this is bullshit.
I shudder to think what Give Me God of War is like on New Game Plus.
Oh God. I want to find a YouTube video for that. I want to see the insanity of that. Because I've been watching videos of people.
Especially the Valkyrie.
Oh God, yeah, that fight's intense.
All of them are intense.
This is true. But the final one is even harder.
So yeah, like this weekend is probably going to be I think I'll start the new schedule next week. What do you think, CJ?
I thought that was the plan.
Okay, all right, never mind. But yeah, this weekend it's probably going to be Kingdom Hearts Friday night, Saturday take a nap, Exploding Dice Sunday, or take a nap, Kingdom Hearts, and then Kingdom Hearts all day Sunday.
Yeah,
until football.
I'm going to try and get as much in as physically possible.
Though I say it's football, but it's mostly going to be just for the cookout part.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the thing this weekend, isn't it?
That thing.
Yeah, the one
The
where
superb owl.
yes, the superb owl. Also the Puppy Bowl is this weekend.
Yeah, and this and then Monday and Tuesday is the start of the Lunar New Year.
Ro will check Slack.
Year of the Pig.
Yep.
Let's make that bacon.
Yay, Roadhog getting his year.
I have no problem eating that bacon.
Yeah, outside of that, pretty boring right now, unfortunately. Looking forward to Saturday, starting this new adventure with Jacky.
Yeah. I am super excited to start this, you guys. You don't
Wait,
even know.
that's this Saturday?
I was like, Raul, you better not be serious, because you're gonna die tonight.
He just said he was doing it, so I mean, if he doesn't show up.
No,
I'm literally just picturing across the top of the Zoom call here, CJ's fist going out, reaching across the windows behind Jacky's head and Raul's.
They're 2 Australias away.
he's gonna be like, okay, welcome to Exploding Dice. Raul's character's dead.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't show up, it's on you.
You are charged with finding the murderer.
Whose? Mine. Actually, that was a great tagline in the beginning of Altered Carbon. That was actually a great that was a great way to start this series.
Josh.
What?
It's just me now. Hey.
Hi, you.
Hi, it's me. Sorry, working.
Okay, I guess it's just you left.
Yeah, it's just me.
No, I haven't gone.
Oh,
But okay, go ahead, CJ. Go ahead.
you swear not to show up for my shows? Fuck you. No. All right, Josh, who goes next?
I don't want to mess up the video layout.
Want to flip a coin for it?
So, yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2.9. Got through that already. Still playing Tales of Vesperia quite a bit. I freaking love that game on the Switch. Yes. It is the best platform for it, I think. I've seen it, like, I love Tales games, but man, being able to take freaking it on the go just makes it so good. Fuck Rent Live. It was a miserable experience, and I just finished it. That was just misery incarnate for one of my favorite things, except for the very, very, very end. But I had to wait 3 fucking hours to get there. Started watching season 6 of RWBY because I wanted to watch all. I wanted to binge it.
Is it done already? Season
Yeah,
6?
it's done. Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
It's all done. If you have Rooster Teeth Prime or Rooster Teeth First, which you do if you have Verve. So started watching that. About halfway done with it. Shit takes a real hard right turn.
Oh, when they open the lamp.
Yep.
Oh boy.
So this show with waifus with guns and weapons and magic, introduced very quickly. We'll go weird takes on Wizard of Oz storylines and French folklore and a whole bunch of this. And then, hey, the Brothers Grimm are in there, but I'm not going to tell you on what facet because, oh boy. It's good, though. It is really, really fantastic. It's a lot better paced than last season was, mainly because they're not dragging along the whole, well, let's get them all together again storyline.
Which took, what, like a good season and a half?
The only time they were all 4 together was the last 2 episodes of season 5. That was the only time all 4 of them were together.
Yeah, because season 4 was just they were all split, and then
yeah, it took them way too long to get that back together. So it feels like it's like it should be again. Like it's still not the happy fluffy ice cream fest that it used to be in season 1 or 2. But man, season 3, you get to season 3 of RWBY and you realize the kind of show you're in for, and it's not just there's these cute girls doing things.
We'll solve it with friendship. Nope.
You know what else gets solved with your friendship? Your friends. Other than that, so on my phone, a mobile game called Langrisser, which is a continuation of the old Sega Saturn strategy RPG, launched spiritual successor to Spirit, the Shining Force. And the marketing is weird because it's all about the boobs for whatever reason, but the game is really, really fucking good. Like, it is really fantastic.
When did Sega take over Saturn?
Shut up. It's one of the best systems ever, and thing didn't sell at all. It makes me so angry.
It was ahead of its time, and you know it.
No, it really was. Like,
This is what happens.
same thing with Dreamcast. Like, it was so far ahead that like it was too far out there for people to buy at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it launched, and it's not even like Fire Emblem Heroes. Like, yes, it's a gacha game. Yeah, it's the whole RNG thing, but you like. So full disclosure, I was given about $50 worth of gems and stuff from them for reviewing the game, but I was going to do it anyway. And also I have a free to play game as well, because you can have multiple accounts on the same phone. To be honest, I kind of enjoyed the free to play one more because there's actually a challenge involved. I can't just auto and win battles. I actually have to think in a strategy RPG.
What?
I know, right? But it's really, really fun. It's really enjoyable. It's on iOS, Android. It's free to play. It does. I mean, I don't get ads, and like, there's not even really a pay to win thing because you have a certain point where you just can't, like, you have to actually think about the enemies that you're facing and everything like that. So even if you get the little EXP potion things, that's just getting you up to the level cap, and then that level cap still smashes you in the face when you get to a point where that level cap counts. Also, because I am a goddamn American who does his taxes on time, my taxes are filed already. And looking at the amount of money that we're getting back for refund, within the next 4 months or so, I'm going to be getting a 3D printer. And so I've been looking up things on doing 3D printing and things like that, and how to properly set it up and make the best prints, things like that. And also, I have been looking a lot into how to make your own dice. Between the 3D printing and also resin molds and things like that. And I'm really stoked to try those at least. So I'll try those out eventually. But the 3D printing will probably come first.
One of the designs I would love for you to try is the working gears design, where you make something and you it's just gears that you turn one and then you just take off the excess and it just works. I don't know if you've seen those.
I have, yeah. Took me a second. Yeah, I've seen them. It would be that's something I will eventually try. Yes.
I mean, it's novelty at best.
Yes.
But I mean, this is the emerging technology. I mean, I know 3D printers have been around for a while, but now that they've become accessible to just your regular consumers.
Exactly. I'm looking at I don't remember the name of it, but actually I'm looking at a resin printer because I'm not going to deal with all of the weird plexiglass issues that the smaller ends have. I'm not going to deal with any of that bullshit because I don't have time to sit and babysit a printer. So I'm going to spend a little bit more money to actually get a printer that just fucking works. And the upside is it prints in resin anyway. So I might even be able to do like just 3D print my dice and things like that. Sad thing is I don't get to do like semi-precious metals or any of those cool things that I can do with a mold set, but I will get to those. Surprisingly, making dice isn't hard. Like, it's a lot easier and a lot more accessible than I thought it was. It's just getting the proper mold set up and getting the materials to do it properly, and not roasting your hands with super hot metals.
Yeah, but other than that, it's
other than the possibility for permanent injury, it's super easy. But it's something that I've been interested in doing, like mold making and things like that for years. It stuff fascinates me, and I don't know, could be because I'm trying to entrepreneur my way into getting out of a job that has me working at 11 o'clock at night, almost goddamn near midnight.
Ooh, I wonder if I could make those.
I am I'm trying to figure a way to business my way out of working for somebody else and working for myself. Patreon.com/geekguy. Hashtag shameless plug. Other than that, Ro, what you been up to?
Well, nothing. No. Okay, so I turned on the stream Tuesday for on Twitch to see, like, okay, it's Tuesday night, it's time to relax. One of the streamers I follow is just turning on Kingdom Hearts, and I'm like, I'm watching the intro and I'm just like, damn it. I get my roommate, hey, take me to Big Blue Box Store and let me pick up the game. RWBY. So because I know if I do it, I'd be like, no, let's not go. Oh, and then I'll be making laps around the block all night.
As your acquisitions.
Yes. So we get over there, we get it, and I'm just like, I pop it in, I'm just like, oh, yes. One thing I gotta say, quick 5-second review. Sora's a lot faster and a lot more powerful.
Yeah, it feels...
They increased his speed
You feel strong and fast, which is good. Yeah, I didn't want to get into it too much. Yeah, it feels really good.
Yeah, but without finishing the game, I can't give a proper review. I can give like a quick 7 hours in review of it, and I'm still loving it.
Yeah, like games like this are hard to hashtag 60MR with the 60-minute reviews that I used to do. It's super hard to do that because you're not even out of the tutorial in 60 minutes in this one. Like,
Yeah. Let's see what else. I don't know if I talked about this. Yeah, I did talk about this last week. The Resident Evil 2 remake demo.
yes.
I've also been watching it. My roommate Felix picked it up, and that game looks amazing. I mean,
You mean Felix from Exploding Dice?
Who?
exactly.
Punk ass dropped down.
Ouch.
I'll say it to his face too.
But yeah, it's like
What?
it's
Felix purchasing a
Resident
horror
Evil.
game?
I mean, it's like they pulled back from what they did with 4, like where it's more combat based. You still have combat, but it's Resident Evil where it's like, oh, you find this one item, and it's like, I don't know where to use this yet. I'll put it in the box. Then you find that place. Oh shit, I need to use it here. Go find the box, go bring it, and then it's your classic Resident Evil.
Yeah. Which I love those games, but man, I hate those games because they are so formulaic. Like I played through all of 7, and it's just super formulaic.
No. Oh, well, yeah. 7, yes, but 7 is a whole lot better than 5 and 6.
Yes.
Because 5 and 6 turned super advent or shoot 'em up game. It wasn't survivor horror anymore. It was all just more action oriented than puzzle oriented.
Yeah. You know
And-
what game I want back is freaking Parasite Eve. I want to play Parasite Eve again. That game is-
You want Parasite Eve? I want Eternal Darkness too. So
yeah, we're
Parasite Eve.
we're never getting Eternal Darkness because Silicon Knights got sued to hell.
yeah.
All right. Well, that's about it for me. I mean, my next couple of weeks is gonna be Kingdom Hearts
Yeah.
because I mean, I'll probably be able to. The problem with Kingdom Hearts is that the story, like you said, the story you can burn through. It's doing all the freaking mini games and side stuff to get everything
Yep.
because it makes it so where it is a dredge sometimes towards the end to get like that perfect score that's like 1 second faster than your best time.
Yeah, that is frustrating. This game does seem to have a lot of those in there.
The cooking is a lot more interactive than I thought.
Also, 1 second. Sorry. Why can't they say his name? I'm very confused at that.
I don't know. I think it's a thing with Pixar.
It has to be. Or also that person's actor. Like, there has to be something there why that person doesn't have a name or a voice. I don't get it. It's infuriating though.
What else did I do? Okay, yeah. That's about it. I rearranged some stuff here to make myself feel a little bit less claustrophobic.
Yay.
But yeah, everything's good.
All right.
What have you been doing, Josh? Sorry, I'm not used to going last.
Ha 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 ha.
Okay, well then, everybody, let's go ahead and wrap this up then, shall we? We've had a very interesting show. We've had a nice discussion about jobs and stealth games and a whole bunch of other stuff. So let's go ahead.
Time travel.
Yes.
For whatever reason. So let's go
Time
ahead
travel.
and wrap this up. We can listen to us live Thursdays 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, Fridays at 12 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time at twitch.tv/geekio show. You can get a hold of us via email, show at geek-io.net, twitter.com/geekio show, facebook.com/geekio show, instagram.com/geekio show. Get a hint, it's all /geekio show. You also give us a call and leave us a voicemail, 727-489-4335. That is 727-489-GEEK. Just remember that we do indeed, like we said earlier, have a Discord where we are on most hours of the night. geek-io.net/Discord. You can talk with us live there with no issues and stuff like that. Ask us excessively personal questions that at least I will answer because I have zero things to hide any longer. Remember that you can support this stream and everything that we do over the this stream and everything that we do over the Patreon page at geek-io. Nope. Patreon.com/geekio. Why am I bad at this when I have the freaking thing right in front of me as well? Could be because I'm not used to reading it.
Because you're also doing like 20 other things at the same time.
I am, yes. Patreon.com/geekio, where you can support us for as low as $1 a month. We're ramping up into February, which means we need our one new patron for February. If you don't want me to harp on it all month, just get us to us early because we love you. And you'll love the content that you get there, like a master feed that has no ads and Discord exclusive channels that you can talk to us if you don't want to have the masses around, the whole masses that we have on our Discord, and much, much more. We're ramping up towards a goal where we are going to have shows and stuff exclusively for the Patreon here. I'd like to have that within this year, but that's on you guys. Patreon.com/geekio. Hey, Raul!
Hey, CJ!
Hey, Mr. Bart! Hey, Jackie!
Yeah.
Where can people find you out on the internet?
Oh, you can find me on the internet on Twitter at DeathByMage, and you can also find me on my blog at deathbymage.com.
Cool. Sorry, work. Hey, Ro, what are we doing next week?
Next week we'll be having a regular show next week. We might have a surprise guest on.
You say Raul reads the notes.
Is it time for Dell's worst part of the
Yes.
least favorite part?
Yes.
Now it's time for the Geek I.O. Winter Movie Smackdown Update.
He is never getting that back because he's never coming to Texas.
All right. So we have Glass ending its run this week. Serenity heading into its second week, and starting this week we have Miss Bala. And we haven't had much change in the standings at all. So let's go ahead and hit to those scoreboards right now. Raul's still in first place with $24.7 million. Rachel is in second place with $17.9 million. Josh is in third place. The comfy middle, $12.8 million. Dale's in fourth place, $12.2 million. I am in fifth place with $11.8 million. And Carrie's winning by golf rules with her $6 million.
Money.
Hey, Josh.
Hey, CJ.
What's been going on this week?
Well, this week on the Geek I.O. Media Network, LLC, CJ Jazz talked Black Lightning, Daredevil, Gotham, and the Punisher.
Yes, pun is her.
Pun is her, yes, I like it. I approve. And Raul did a little bit of reflecting up in the mountains on Liquid Handicap. And probably died a whole bunch.
I actually thought I was going to be stuck on that first screen. I was going to switch over to Smash Brothers, but then I'm like, oh. And then I started getting, the progression. Like, oh, okay, I do this, and then, hey, I did it. It is satisfying.
Yeah, I've seen that game. It looks like a lot of pattern recognition. It's almost a platform hell, as opposed to a bullet hell.
Yeah, I mean, it's Super Meat Boy, but more.
You want to see something really interesting? Watch the Tazbot from the last Summer Games Done Quick of it. Holy shit!
and like the actual player that has the best time is actually like just 7 seconds behind it. So
I can't fathom.
But what's interesting is that the task will do strats that the actual player doesn't do or can't do because they can't perform.
They're human.
Yeah, they're human. Unfortunately, they're human.
They are shackled by their fleshy meat coil.
They can't execute 64 frame perfect jumps.
They're just fleshy meat bags.
But yeah, all in all, a pretty low-key week for us here.
Yeah.
Should have some interesting stuff coming up here shortly in a few weeks.
Yeah, next week should be getting back. Exploding Dice next week, you guys. So there's that.
Done.
Dun,
Done.
dun,
Done.
We both went there.
I'm just going to be expecting at least some level of municipal collateral damage.
Oh.
And then me having to file a lot of paperwork.
Most
I'll help.
Are you going to just burn all the paperwork?
No.
Some of it'll explode. Some of it'll be dissolved in acid.
Oh man, are we
I'm
using
gonna-
burning paper again?
Because here's the thing: is like I'm pretty sure that the Izzet probably have a lot of their own proprietary paperwork. So I'm gonna laugh if like your character spends the entire campaign keeping your shit away from me, and then you finally crack and let me help, and it's done in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's probably going to just be like, why didn't I ask earlier?
Look, I stored it as lightning. It turns on and off in rapid succession, and that makes a bit. And then that you get a byte, and then you can make a character based on this system I created.
What, have you never seen an auto stamper before?
Saturday's going to be great.
Yes, it is.
have the excites. I can't wait. Oh man, so
Be
we've
great.
had some show titles put into the chat at twitch.tv/geekio show, and
Couple of them.
now is the time that Carrie embarrasses herself by reading them.
So we've got an ice cream truck full of waifus, pregnancy on the couch, character development, final chapter prologue, game has time for this, feta pina colada, and fleshy meat coil.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. Really appreciate it. We love you. Thank you for listening to us here at the Geek IO show. Yeah.
God damn it.
What?
Oh, people keep tying up the votes. Sorry.
So what'd I do? I didn't do it. All right, guys. So we will see you right back here next week. We love you. Be good to one another. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You have been listening to a Geek IO Media Network LLC production. Would you like to convert that to pounds? Copyright 2019.
Up all night to get lucky.
Great.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.